Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Leo season. Essentially, today's the sun is sitting at 29 degrees of Cancer, about ready to go into Leo. So here we are. Let's call Cancer season what it actually was. Let's call a spade a spade. Cancer season was epic. Huge transformative energy going on for you, especially you in Capricorn and Cancer. And you're kind of, you're getting the double whammy of all the cardinal stuff and the fixed sign stuff. So the sun couldn't be more welcome. It really couldn't. Indicating the eclipse is going on. This is a card of joy and happiness. A card of being in the right direction or heading in the right direction. Also an amazing card. See, the earth energy right now is so welcome. It is so very much invited. It keeps things still, keeps things grounded, keeps things progressively moving forward. Communication hopefully is good because we've got the Mercury retrograde coming up. And yet this card is still indicating creativity is at play. Creative collaborations, new projects coming in. I think the wheels are spinning for a lot of you. You're thinking a lot about which direction you want to go, how you want to play this. Where is my life going kind of energy. And taking it very, very seriously. You're no longer going to be just accepting the way things are, and so change is imminent. This one kind of wanted, actually both these wanted to come out. Let's see what these are. Here you are reversed. Okay, change is imminent, and people's life paths are going to be shifting quite rapidly from this point forward. We are unclogging the pipes, let's say that. The Magician is always welcome as well. It is a card of, communication seems to be flowing quite nicely for you, which is great. A Mercury retrograde isn't always bad. Like Mercury, nothing is bad, right? But Mercury retrograde allows for this right brain kind of thinking, and you being such a chameleon, right? Very left brain a lot of the time. The archetype of Aquarius is very much related to technology and science. However, when you really think about what science is, it's an extraordinarily right brain activity. It's extraordinarily artistic. So you have this ability to kind of balance both. So when Mercury goes backwards and you start tapping into the right brain part of yourself, the creativity just flows out of you unstoppably. You may be retracting a little bit and pulling back simply because I think you're really resetting. You are experiencing the intensity. Like I said, you just went through some pretty epic stuff, and yet you are probably more connected to the ether now than ever. This new life path of yours is really only just beginning, but the enthusiasm that I'm feeling from you is off the charts. Like there's a readiness about you. There's a tired energy that came with the past, what happened the past few weeks. Like we're just tired. We got pushed to our limits in certain ways. In terms of allowing certain things to continue to go on, getting pushed to the limits. And some of you really had to put your foot down, sometimes just with yourself, like I'm not going to allow this anymore. And with other people as well. Right now I'm not getting a lot of other people, I'm getting some, but not like a specific person, right? So, and yet because the change was drastic, you are, I think, feeling ungrounded, which is why the grounded energy is welcome, right? Because at least something has traction, at least something is moving forward. When an Aquarian energy gets flipped upside down, you do tend to disappear. This is when you guys do the very, very stereotypical Aquarian thing of disappearing. And it's not to be offensive toward anyone. It's not even necessarily because you don't like someone. It's just really because you just have stuff going on that is so deep, like you're processing. It's so internalized. And while we welcome the fire energy, right, getting out of this terrible water mopiness, right, of Cancer that was so like, oh, moving into fire. We've got the moon coming into Sagittarius tomorrow. We've got, or later today, I think, we've got the sun moving into Leo. So we've got Sagittarius, Leo, which is great, you know, but still there's going to be a transition period for you. You can't just kind of snap out of what you just went through. It takes time for this transition to occur. But see, the sun is shining, and I know you can see it, and I know you can feel it, and I know that you are experiencing a great deal of excitement toward the next upcoming chapter of your life. I think being intellectually stimulated this month is going to be oh, see, and here's your card upright, the Aquarian card. So that's, I think these are called trump cards, right? So this trumps this energy here. It wins, it beats it. Here you are really releasing. And I know you're seeing it upright, but I'm seeing it upside down. So when you get a five of cups reversed, it's all about this genuine feeling of release of your past. You are no longer having any sort of desire to divert and direct your consciousness toward the things that do not serve. And the eclipses, man, this full moon that's going to be happening, man, are you going to have an opportunity to release? This may just be an intellectual decision, right? This doesn't have to necessarily be where all the changes take effect. But once you start changing your mind, once you start changing your consciousness towards something else and directing it towards something else, that's the internal change, right? If you want to see change in your outside world, you must change internally and then let the chips fall where they may. So here we have epic internal change going on. You are absolutely understanding the process, the alchemical process of altering your consciousness, which in turn alters the frequency and the resonance so that you can attract the things that you want, that you're genuinely wishing to be aligned with. This is the alchemist of the tarot. I would give it to the magician, and I'd also give it to the hermit as well. Here you have the magician, which is more powerful. It's more direct. It is a declaration. This is what I want my life to be. Boom. It's out there now. If you're not meditating, please start meditating. Get all through this eclipse season, all through Leo season. Leo is about the liberation of the soul, breaking free from false identity. If you don't watch my weekly bumps, I recommend you watch this last one that I did on July 19th, because I talk all about this, and Leo and Aquarius readings are going to be applicable to everybody. But it truly is about the release of superficial identity, coming in contact with who you really are, liberating your soul so that you then can in turn collaborate with humanity and contribute positive things to humanity. That includes romantic relationships, that includes business partnerships, friendships, family, all these kinds of things. Hold on, I feel like I have to sneeze. It's not coming. The sneeze is not coming. Okay. You know why I love the star and the sun coming out together? Because they're both suns, or they're both stars. Either way, they're exactly the same card. So you're getting a double whammy of sun star energy. You get the card of Leo, you get the card of Aquarius. Well, I wonder why. I wonder why. It's 9/11 right now as I'm saying that. You are being divinely guided. Your guardian angels are very, very close to you. They're watching you. They're paying attention to you. They're trying to help you. See, the thing is with the star is when you open yourself up purposefully, energetically, you open yourself up to reception of information, you receive a deluge of information. Just here you go, Aquarius. Here is a life-changing, a life-altering something. It's everything you need to know. See, the thing with air signs is they can overthink way too much. Okay, I've got Libra ascendant, I've got Jupiter in Aquarius, I've got Chiron in Gemini. I definitely understand this process of overthinking, okay? And you can overthink yourself into stagnation. So it's not about thinking so much as it is about allowing yourself to be led. The star reminds us that we are connected with the cosmos. We are one. We are energetically tied to all that is. You are no different from me. You are no different from the earth, no different from the sun, from our solar system, from our galaxy. You are no different. When you think of the power and the energy radiating from the sun, radiating from all stars, radiating from the black holes within each of these things, you become unstoppable. You become fearless. You are no longer energetically connected to the past. Those ties either have been severed or are going to be severed very soon. See, I don't like the reversal and I don't like the Nine of Wands. The reason I don't like them is simply because it's preventing all this forward stuff that's happening. If you want your life to be a certain way, fear is absolutely not the thing that you should be feeling. That is the obstacle. That is the thing that you should be pushing past. When you begin to protect the things that you know, the things that are familiar, the circumstances, right? When you begin to protect this idea of identity, is when you stop living. When you start hanging on to things like, oh, my job is so comfortable, I have a good income, my house is this way, my style is this way, and you start kind of locking yourself into a box. And you start becoming defensive of that. But this is not someone that is willing to venture off, to explore new terrain. This is someone that's happy just standing still and protecting everything that's behind his walls. That's not a liberated Aquarian. That's what you're all about, is liberation. The internal revolution. Because it's the internal revolution that will, in fact, instill the external revolution. This is about changing your life. This is about changing the world, the cosmos. the Earth's resonance into the cosmos. I can talk about this kind of shit with you guys because you're my outer spacey group, right? I love talking about this kind of stuff. Aquarius, outer space, galactic centers, all this kind of stuff. I can talk to you guys about this. I can't talk to like a Taurus about this stuff. They don't, they're more, or whoever. You guys I can talk to about it. See, the thing I like about the Six of Swords is they're traveling with no baggage. Right? There's nothing in that boat with them except the knowledge, which are the swords represent. The swords represent knowledge, lessons, failures, successes, everything we've learned. The knowledge that we have acquired. You're heading into more knowledge too, which the star represents. Free from all that binds. You're heading into a paradise. You can't look at these cards and tell, even the Magician too, like all three of the major arcana that are coming out, you can't tell me that they don't look like a paradise. That's where you're headed. That's where you're going. In a way, you're creating a paradise of your own life. You're creating a paradise in the world as well by doing so. The better you live and the more happy you are and the more liberated you are, the world does become a better place. Well, not a lot of people see it that way, but it's true. One person at a time. These are counterproductive. I think mentally you're ready to go, but emotionally there's still something. There's an internal conflict happening here, which we'll clarify in the comprehensive. There's an internal conflict between the release of certain things, but maybe what you're really needing to leave behind is just so much bigger than certain things, right? It's so much bigger than the three. There's family involved here, or there's just like a comfort zone that's involved here. There's a past way of life that, sometimes when we change, we end up alienating ourselves, and that can be a very lonely thing. And I know Aquarians, it's not even necessarily people who are Aquarius, but people who have a lot of 11th house placements, or a lot of other planets in Aquarius too. They really do enjoy being with other people. Really, really, truly. That's the reason why you're the rulers of friendships. It's not even romance really. It's the human connection. You really do feel something when you're connected with others. And you do find pleasure from that. You enjoy it. Unless you're like a 12th house or an 8th house Aquarius, right? But in general. And so if you are making decisions that do alienate you from your circle, it can feel so much harder. I'd even throw a second house Aquarius in that. 12th, second, maybe 4th. Transformation, epic proportions. It might even be to the point where you don't even recognize who you are anymore. You could be going through a little bit of an existential crisis right now. It's totally possible, but it's universally supported. Totally possible, but universally supported. I don't know why the Lovers is throwing me. It came out for Sagittarius too, and I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't know how to interpret the Lovers card this month for some reason. It's coming out. in really romantic kind of ways. It's coming out with the internal quality, right? The internal balance of masculine and feminine. It's coming out as logic and intellect, all the Gemini archetype type of things. You may be dealing with a Gemini. It's coming out as the intellectual powerhouse that it is. The true balance between left and right brain. What did I say in the beginning? The left and right brain. That's what Aquarius is so good at. The artistic side of science. The artistic side of technology. Because it is a true art. But it requires so much technical knowledge. The perfect balance between the two. So here we have it. Romance, possibly yes. So we'll clarify it. I can't not put that in there too. I just can't not do it. And new opportunities. Reaping the benefits of the seeds that you have planted. And you are and have been planting seeds. So now you're going to start seeing things really come to fruition. So it's an amazing time. It's a life-changing time. Truly, it is. It's a life-changing time. Okay, so if I don't see you at the comprehensive, then I will see you next month. All right, thanks so much, guys. Take care.